In the winter of 1506, one of the most brilliant minds in China ceased to exist. His robes were found by the river, his hat caught on a branch. To the empire, Wang Yangming was dead. 3 days earlier, he had dared to speak truth to the most powerful corrupt eunuch in Chinese history, Lu Jin. The punishment was public, brutal, meant to break him forever. But Wang Yangming did not die. He disappeared. He faked his own death, outwitted the assassins, and vanished into the wilderness, because he knew his story was not finished. To defeat the bandit in the mountains is easy. To defeat the bandit in your own heart, that is the hardest battle of all. This is the story of the man who fought that battle and won. "20 years earlier, a young Wang Yangming believed that truth lived in the external world, in bamboo, in books, in the rigid doctrines of Confucius. He sat before a bamboo patch for 7 days and 7 nights, searching for the truth of heaven. On the 7th day, he collapsed. The bamboo had told him nothing. The books had told him nothing. And in that moment of failure, a dangerous question was born. What if truth does not live outside us, but inside? He was brilliant, restless, impossible to silence. He studied military strategy, Buddhist philosophy, and Taoist meditation. He questioned everything the empire held sacred, and the empire never forgave him for it. In 1506, when the corrupt eunuch Lu Jin arrested 2 honest officials, every scholar in Beijing stayed silent. Wang Yangming alone stood up and presented a memorial to the emperor demanding their release. It was an act of extraordinary courage, and it nearly cost him his life. Longchang in 1507 was not a place, it was a punishment. A remote outpost at the edge of Chinese civilization, deep in the mountains of Guizhou. No books, no colleagues, no comforts, just rain, insects, disease, and silence. He built his own shelter. He learned to plant food. He learned the local languages. 3 of his servants died from the harsh conditions. He prepared his own coffin, expecting to die, but something inside him refused to give up. Night after night in the stone cave, he confronted the deepest question a human being can face. If everything I built, my titles, my reputation, my career, can be taken away in one morning, what is left? What is truly mine? He had lost everything the world called success, and in that total emptiness, something extraordinary began to stir. One midnight, in the 2nd year of his exile, Wang Yangming woke suddenly from sleep. He sat up in the darkness of the cave, completely still. And then it happened. In an instant, like a thunderclap in the silence, everything became clear. He leapt up and cried out. The truth was never in the bamboo. The truth was never in the books. The universe, all of it, is already inside my own mind. Knowing and doing are one. The mind itself is the principle. Reach the innate goodness already inside you. These were not ideas he learned from books. These were truths he discovered in the darkness of a cave, through the most brutal education life could give. Word spread. Students came from across China to find the exiled scholar in the mountains of Guizhou. They did not come to hear about Confucius or the classics. They came to hear Wang Yangming talk about the light he had found inside himself. When the Prince of Ning launched the most dangerous rebellion in a generation, the court turned to Wang Yangming. He had no large army, no superior weapons. What he had was something more powerful. He understood the human mind. In 35 days, Wang Yangming crushed a rebellion that had threatened to tear the Ming dynasty apart, not through brute force, but through deep understanding of human psychology. To defeat the bandit in the mountains, he first defeated the bandit in his own heart. In 1529, Wang Yangming lay dying at the age of 57, still far from home after years of service to an empire that had once tried to destroy him. A student leaned close and asked, "Master, what are your last words?" Wang Yangming opened his eyes one last time and said, "This mind is radiant and bright." What more is there to say? He had conquered the bandit in his heart, and in doing so, he lit a fire that still burns today in every person who dares to look inward and trust what they find.